Salute and welcome to the Stories and Cocktails podcast, where you will enjoy an entertaining short story from acclaimed humor columnist Rob Kreider. Story time is the family portion of the show. Then we move on from the stories to the cocktails. This is where the alcohol and the not safe for work portion of the show takes over, as Rob and his wife /editor /muse Sara Kreider are taking some adult beverages and provide you with a behind the scenes recap of what really inspired the original story. Put your feet up, relax, and enjoy yourself a round of stories and cocktails. Cheers.
This story's called They Say It's Your Birthday by Rob Kreider. Hey, that's me. My wife had a birthday recently, and the good news is I remembered it. But unlike years before, the act of just remembering her birthday wasn't enough. I had to actually do something for her to prove that I loved her. And buying a simple present like some sexy lingerie doesn't cut it anymore. In my wife's opinion, me purchasing her some lingerie isn't a present for her at all, but more like a present from me to myself. It isn't about the money with my wife. She doesn't care if what I get her costs $1 or $1,000. She just wants to know that I'm thinking about her. And I was thinking about her when I bought the lingerie. I was just thinking about her naked. Since my wife wanted to feel more love for me rather than lust, I decided to surprise her with a home-cooked meal. She had gone out of town for a couple of days, which gave me plenty of time to clean the house and go shopping. Well, I shouldn't say I cleaned the house. I picked up everything that was on the floor and then threw it haphazardly into any closet I could find. And I never actually cleaned anything with any products like a rag or some chemicals, and I didn't really do much with the bathrooms. In my defense, I did wipe the crumbs off the kitchen table. The table looked like $1,000,000. But the floor underneath the table would need my wife's attention when she got back into town. Happy birthday, honey. You need to mop the floor. My first step in impressing my wife with my little dinner surprise was to buy some groceries. When it comes to shopping, I'm a total pro at the hardware store. But it turns out I'm a bit grocery challenged at the supermarket. I wandered around for about an hour trying to decide what I wanted to attempt to cook. The first flaw I noticed about the grocery store was there was no place where I could speak into a small box, drive up, pay a few dollars, and get the meal already cooked. Which was probably for the best anyway. My wife wouldn't be very impressed with my effort to show her that I loved her with just some fast food. Happy birthday, honey. I got you a Big Mac. While walking around the store, I decided I would make some spinach dip. This was based on the fact that I salivate for spinach dip like Leonardo DiCaprio salivates for younger women. I'll admit, the spinach dip was along the lines of the lingerie, a present for my wife, from me, for myself. To make it okay, I also picked up some birthday cake mix. I bought a few more things, and then I left the grocery store with food for one meal and ingredients for a birthday cake, totaling more than $100. Happy birthday, honey. I spent all the money in our account on one dinner. I don't really know much about cooking, but the cake mix did have directions on the back of the box that appeared simple enough. I'm sure any woman could have read these simple instructions and made something edible. I, being a man, struggled to measure the ingredients because a tablespoon sounds like a regular spoon you use at the table, and adding 3 eggs to anything is difficult for me. I could break the eggs no problem. I just couldn't separate the eggs from the shells. Happy birthday, honey. Don't eat the cake. While I was trying to bake the cake, I began to look around the kitchen for the tools I would need. See, in my garage, all of my tools are carefully organized. In my wife's kitchen, there is no rhyme or reason to anything. If my wife parked a car in the kitchen, I would not be able to find it. One of the things I couldn't find was the mixer. The cake directions said to mix on high for 1 minute or use a whisk for an hour and a half. I don't do any project without power tools, so I wasn't about to whisk the cake batter 6 million revolutions by hand when there was a perfectly good power tool hidden somewhere in the kitchen to do this job. I searched and couldn't locate the mixer. But I did find that my wife, whom I love, secretly owns about 7 different sets of china that I didn't know about. Now, I couldn't call my wife and ask her where the mixer was without raising her suspicions. This whole thing was supposed to be a surprise. And even if I did, she wouldn't tell me anyways. She would just yell at me to get the hell out of her kitchen. So to keep it all a big surprise, I went to the store and bought a new mixer. Happy birthday, honey. A cake mixer you didn't need. I was very careful cooking the cake. The last thing I wanted my wife to hear was, happy birthday, honey, I burned down the house. I got everything together, the spinach dip, the cake, and set it all on the freshly wiped off table. I stood there next to my creation, proud, and acted as if I had just accomplished a miracle. Never mind that my wife shops for and cooks 3 meals a day, every single day, for the entire family. But the fact that I cooked one meal, which technically was only an appetizer and a dessert, was actually considered to be so fantastic, it was the only present my wife was going to get. Happy birthday, honey. Your husband kinda sucks. My wife came home, walked through the door, and appeared very surprised. She was gracious enough to eat one piece of crunchy birthday cake. She skipped the spinach dip and then spent the rest of her birthday cleaning up the kitchen. Happy birthday, honey. You're old now. By the way, if I was locked inside a grocery store for a week, I would starve to death.
Okay, folks, it's time to pop that top and let's get to those cocktails.
Hey, welcome to Stories and Cocktails, drunken portion of the show. We are in Miami, baby. Miami.
I'm loving it here.
Oh my God. We made it all the way from the Pacific Ocean to the real Atlantic Ocean.
Yes, we did.
Actually got here. We crossed the entire country, coast to coast.
Coast to coast. You've been talking about it. LA to Miami. LA to Miami. You finally made it, baby.
We fucking did it.
Give me a high five.
High five.
All right.
And I like Miami very much.
Oh, who doesn't?
I mean, well, I have a lot of reasons for liking it. Most of them are probably inappropriate, but I have found it really...
It is gorgeous here.
There's lots to look at.
The weather is great. There's definitely a lot to look at. And speaking of that, I really, truly appreciate the efforts that you make. Yesterday, we walked and there was so much to look at. And I'm seeing it too. But you were not going to be caught dead in your tracks having a wandering eye. I couldn't help but notice that every time there was something incredibly sexy to look at, you were pointing out architecture and paint schemes and just colors. Oh, look at it. It's exactly like I imagined it would be.
It's so Art Deco.
Green and mauve everywhere.
Yeah, it's like
the
Miami
80s
Vice.
Here. Yeah, exactly.
It was. Man, I'm just trying to survive it, dude.
No,
I'm just trying to get by, dude. I'm just like, oh my God.
it was, you did a really, really good job. I applaud your efforts. They did not go unnoticed.
Well, it's been tough.
I know. What cracked me up, what I was thinking about this morning is a few weeks ago, we were with a friend and he said, and I thought this was, I don't know, just like wisdom. Every woman should hear this kind of wisdom. And so he said, he's like, yeah, my buddy's wife, she had a great ass in these pants. He's like, I'm not saying I want to fuck my buddy's wife. I'm just saying I would like to see my wife's ass in those pants. I just wanted to ask her, where'd you get those pants? I would like my wife to wear those.
Well, when he said it, though, he said this sentence. He said, I don't want to do the sex with her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I just want to see. I want to see those pants on my wife's ass.
Yeah, because he's not as crude as us. So he didn't even say, like, I want to fuck my buddy's wife. He's like, I don't want to do the sex with her. You know, and obviously his wife wasn't there. He was confiding in us because he was saying, I could never tell my wife, like, hey, you should get some of those pants because my wife's going to think, oh, these are the pants that your buddy's wife wore. You want to fuck your buddy's wife. So it was good for me to hear. And I was thinking about that this morning because last night you got me super liquored up and you just veered me right into a bathing suit shop.
Who, me?
Yes. And you were like, I'm not saying I've ever seen this look before, but what I would really like to see you in is a barely there black bathing suit with a barely there like knit white cover up. And I
was very specific about what I was looking for.
The colors, you were like, it's got to be, because I'm like, oh, here's like a pink cover up. Nope. It has to be white. Okay, well, here's a white linen cover. No, it has to be like netting, like mesh. It has to be, it has to have like a slit up the side. You were very, very specific. I have crocheted next to you for, I don't know, like 100 years, and you don't know shit about crochet. All of a sudden, you are like the knit master. You're talking to this guy and you knew exactly what stitch you wanted on the cover up. And then I start looking at bathing suits and I looked at, like a patterned one. No. It has to be black. It has to be black. So you had a very specific outfit in mind, but you kept saying, not that I've ever seen this look before on anyone else. I just came to Miami. And I just fucking invented this.
I'm like, I think I came up with something like a cool idea. And let's be clear, folks, when it's called a cover up, it don't cover up shit.
Oh, yeah.
You see right through it.
You tell the sales guy that immediately. Because we wander in there. We stumble in there. Because you had to get me really drunk to even fucking consider this shit.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we stumble in there. He sees a couple of marks right away. He's just like, oh,
That's a drunk wife and a dude with his credit card in his pocket.
Oh, yeah. So you're just bossing him around. She needs this. And he's adorable. Like, he was so cute and attractive, right? And he's paying us all this attention. So drunk me was just like, oh yeah, like my husband wants to see me in this, and this fucking Cutie Patootie wants to see me in this too. Now, logical.
Oh,
me,
nice.
No, logical me knows like this guy was working a fucking commission angle.
He didn't want to see you in it because he didn't give a shit about you. Not because you're not a beautiful baby.
Yeah, no,
because he likes boys.
He was working a commission angle.
I'm just saying, well, it's funny that you're like, oh, he wants to see me in this shit too. I'm like, he's gay, dude.
No, what I'm saying is logical me knows that. Thank you for pointing that out to me. For Dub, I'm like telling you, and you're like, yes, I agree with you. And also, let me tell you more about
he definitely
how
didn't
you're
care about you.
Fucking hideous.
He cared about me and my credit card.
Yeah. So he, like I said,
and he was trying to buy me a shirt, and you hated that shirt.
Like I said from the fucking get-go, he was working a commission angle. That was his only interest in us.
He did very well last night.
And yeah, so you're bossing him around, and you're telling him,
listen, Chief, I need this in white.
I'm self-conscious now because this is, a 25, 26-year-old, very attractive man, and I'm drunk, and I'm not immune to fucking Miami either.
Well, to be clear, everyone in Miami is attractive.
Right. That's
I mean, you walk the streets here in South Beach, you feel like you're on a TV show. Like, what the fuck? Is everybody here gorgeous?
And that's what I'm saying is I'm not immune to that either. I saw that too. So I'm battling my own like attraction to people and self-consciousness. Like,
we're even supposed to be here.
Even belong here. So all of that is going through my head. And I've got this.
Why am I so into 26-year-old gay dude suddenly?
Yeah, I've got this 26-year-old super hot dude who at this point in the night, I'm so drunk. He's not gay to me.
That's right. That's right. He wants. He's like, girl, put this on.
Yeah. So you're, get her that, get her that, get her that, and he's like, okay, I'll give you a dressing room. But then he looks at me. This is the part that fucking sucked because now he's like my little crush right now. And then he looks at me and he's like, what size do you want? And I'm like, do you mean which size that I wish that I wore and I want to pretend that I wear, or what size am I actually going to purchase and wear tomorrow? So now I got to tell this fucking guy. I mean, probably a medium would work, but like if you don't have mediums, like a large or, even an extra large. I like things baggy. Do you?
I like a baggy swimsuit.
Do you have, wait a minute, is there just a plus size in this store that I could go to?
Did not have that section in Miami.
They did not. And you're oblivious to all of it. You're just like, I have a very specific goal in mind. I want my wife in this black bathing suit and this nothing there knit white cover up. Get it for her. I don't care what size she wants.
Don't care what it costs either.
Did you fucking hear her? She wears a medium.
Please get her a medium.
XL medium.
Listen, Chief, it's real simple. What you do is you tell her, I got to go in the back. Go back there, find a medium, cut the fucking tag off it, put it on the large or the extra large, bring it back out. Like, got a medium right here. I guarantee it'll fit you. That's a smart businessman.
This morning I wake up and it all becomes crystal clear to me. I realize that
you have a Halloween costume you have to wear today.
I do. I have the Miami Beach hot girl Halloween costume.
Is it October? No, it's fucking April.
And that's why I thought of our friend, because I'm just like waking up and I'm like, oh my God, what am I supposed to wear today?
Am I naughty nurse this year? Oh no, I'm Miami Beach girl.
And then I realized, okay, my husband, who I love, and who I clocked earlier when I was sober, I noticed that he was doing a fucking great job of not having a wandering eye and just really appreciating the architecture of Miami. Like anytime anyone attractive walks by, other women might see their husband's like necks turn and look that way. I just see my husband just look straight up at the tallest building. Look at that architecture. But I mean, I know it's the same fucking thing. I know.
I certainly wasn't looking at the architecture of all these girls' asses. By no means.
No, by no means.
No.
Anyways, I woke up this morning and I sober up and I thought of our friend's sage words. And I thought, okay, you know what? Your husband saw all of these other women in this outfit. And isn't that wonderful? Aren't you fucking lucky that he's like, I don't want to do the sex with all these women. I just want to see my wife wear this shit.
And then do the sex with her.
And then do the sex with her after she wore the shit. So I did. I woke up this morning and, because kind of like, oh, okay, that guy was definitely working for commission. And yeah, no matter how that fucking shit fits, you're going to fucking wear it. You're going to prove a point. It might not be the point you want to prove. You might be teaching your husband, no, dumbass, you're married to a 48-year-old extra large woman. She's not going to look good in that shit. But no matter what, you're going to fucking wear it.
I know you very well. You woke up sober and you're like, okay, dickhead, I'm going to put this on and I'll show you. Look at me. I'm a bag of trash. Look at me. See what you did? See the money you wasted yesterday? You want me to fucking look like this in Miami? I'll fucking do it. I'll show you. That's you. That was what was going on in your fucking dumb brain.
Oh, even last night when the cutie patootie 26-year-old, he was opening up the dressing rooms. Do you want to try this on? Do you want to try this on? I was like, no. No, I'm not going to ruin the fucking
I'm having a great night. Why fucking
Imaginary-
ruin this evening?
imaginary life of Rob Kreider right now by trying this on and just have it all come crashing fucking down. Like I'm in the dressing room crying, apologizing to you and to the cutie patootie dress and anybody in Miami that I'm so fucking hideous and I don't belong here, and just clawing my own eyes out because I can't stand the sight of myself. And like, this is what I imagined was going to happen last night. Even drunk, I knew I'm not getting in that fucking dressing room.
The baller move was you said, I'm not trying it on. You're like, I'm not going in there. I don't need to. And I was like, no, she doesn't need to go in there.
That's what I said.
I don't give a fuck. She's buying it.
I'm not trying it on. And he's like, ma'am, I think you should probably try it on because you seem to be really unclear about what size that you wear. And I was like, no.
It's lemium.
In my brain, I'm like, oh, I'm very clear.
It's an
about
extra
what size
medium.
I wear. And you don't have that hair. Ooh, I like that.
It's obvious an extra medium, yeah.
It's an extra
What size am I? Extra medium.
I'm an extra medium. In some
How old are you?
stores,
I'm 40. I've been 40 for 8 years.
in some stores, I'm a double X medium. Here's a life hack.
XM.
I wake up and I see this bag of fucking shit that we bought last night. I see this year's Halloween costume that apparently I'm going to wear in April.
I hope you wear it to Halloween this year too, but I know you fucking won't.
It'll be too cold.
That'll be so awesome.
A fucking cover up doesn't fucking cover up shit.
No, it
It's
doesn't.
going to be way
That's
too
why
cold.
I bought it. I've never paid so much for so little.
Yeah, because you and I we were like double dog daring each other. You're just like, I'm buying this for you no matter what. Go try it on. I'm not trying it on. Fuck you. I'm not trying it on. Then all of a sudden, I had a moment of sobriety and I looked at the price
Big
tag,
mistake.
and I was like, honey.
I can't not try this on. It's too expensive not to try it on.
But still, and you're like, baby, you deserve it. I'm fucking buying it for you. Like we were just letting the liquor make all of our purchases.
Exactly. And the credit card. When you swipe, you just hold your fingers like, I don't know, are we buying this or not? We'll find out.
So we buy it and he packs everything away in the bag and we get outside. And I say to you in a moment of sobriety, I say, that's a $150 bathing suit. And I didn't even try it on. Hey, look around, put a pin in your phone or something so that we can come back to this store. We got to come back and return it. And then you looked at me and you said, didn't you see the signs everywhere? No returns, no exchanges.
They were very clear about that.
So we were really daring each other.
The sign that says no exchanges, no returns was larger than the name of the building. Like, the name of the place that sells bathing suits.
Oh, yeah.
It was small. And then it says
I don't-
no exchanges, no returns.
I don't know what that place was called. So that was the other thing that I woke up to this morning was like, do people buy bathing suits on eBay? And what could I get for
Pennies in the
bathing
dollar, at
suit
least.
on eBay? But here's the life hack. So I wake up, I see the bag. Fuck. All right, I got to go try this shit on. I made sure you were really distracted because I didn't want you to be a part of this. Like I didn't want to disappoint you when I went to try on the extra medium.
Yeah.
So I went privately into the bathroom and I fired up my reels. This is the life hack. I watched the Gauze. You know how I love him. He just was on Saturday Night Live. So my reels are showing me all of his skits on Saturday Night Live. God, he's so funny. So I just really got the endorphins up with Talking Dogs and Ryan Gosling and just got all of the good vibes.
Thank you, Ryan Gosling.
And
well done, sir.
I just kept that shit going. I just kept the reels going. So I don't know if you heard in the bathroom, you were like, what is she? She's just laughing her ass off with these fucking Talking Dogs and Ryan Gosling just in the bathroom forever. I don't know. You probably thought I was having like another Pensacola toilet moment. I wasn't. I was trying shit on. I was getting the endorphins up. I was getting all the good, feel good vibes to try this shit on. And that's my life hack forever now. If I'm going to try clothes on, I'm doing it with Talking Dogs and Ryan Gosling.
Awesome. And it worked. So your brain said, fuck him, a dumbass husband of mine. He's going to make me wear this ridiculous Halloween costume. I'll put it on. I'll show him. And then you came out and you looked amazing in it.
Well, I mean, thank you. You think so. Well, I still got to go out in public. What I said to myself.
You're going to look like money.
What I said to myself is, it didn't tear when I put it on. I wasn't even looking for it to.
Well, not for what we paid for it. It shouldn't
I
tear.
was just, it fit. It didn't tear when I put it on. It's not falling off me because it's so large. Like that was a fear. And then I said, thank God I'm in Miami. I'm so far from home. I'm not going to see a single person I know. I can wear it.
You can rock
wear
it.
Well, I didn't say to myself I could rock it, but I said, this is a game of chicken that I'm playing with my husband, and I'm just going to keep it fucking going. As long as I'm in Miami and I'm not going to see anyone I know, game on, motherfucker. And I just want the rest of Miami at large to know, when you see me coming, avert your eyes and check out the architecture. Not because I look so good. It's just, oh shit, 48-year-old girl. What the fuck is she thinking? Did she think she could get away with that outfit? No, she knows she can't. She's engaged in a cutthroat game of chicken with her husband. You just go look up and admire
Baby,
the architecture while I walk by. And
we're
mind your
not
fucking
playing
business.
chicken. We're playing 3D chess. See, today I get to go out and I walk around and I go, look, honey, her outfit looks just like yours.
Oh,
Honey, look at her ass. It looks just like your ass. She's got a white cover up and a black bathing suit. Honey, look over here.
white cover up, black bathing suit.
It seems like everyone's wearing white cover black. Honey, wait, honey, you gotta see this one. You just missed this one. Look over here. Check out her ass.
Wow.
Yeah. And so then it'll be okay.
You know what?
Because I'm just like showing how dope you look and how you look like everybody else.
Normally, this would piss me off, but I am so impressed with your game playing level right now.
Oh, yeah. It's 3D chess, not checkers.
Check.
3D chess.
Check fucking mate, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You did it.
I did it.
I'm out.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, well done.
And I'm getting you liquored up right now for the podcast. And then we get to go out and just check out everybody else's outfit to make sure we're wearing it the right way.
Right. No, normally this would irritate the fuck out of me and we wouldn't leave this hotel room.
Miami's over.
Normally I would.
What do you want to do today? Nothing.
Nothing. We're going to stay.
Let's stay in the room. Let's watch TV.
I'm not feeling well.
Yeah, I've got a headache.
Let's close the curtains and watch TV. Housekeeping? No. No.
Don't even go to the fucking balcony and look at the pool because there might be a girl in a black bikini and a white cover.
Yeah, normally that would be me. But I am so impressed with how well you outplayed me that I'll allow it. You really did clock the Miami Beach outfit and you made sure that I'm going to fit in just fine.
Exactly. So I made sure that Miami, you got that shit.
And I don't care that I'm 48 years. I recently had a birthday. I keep saying I'm 48, but I mean, I need everyone to know I'm only like 48 in 10 days at this point. So I'm barely 48.
48, 8 days.
I'm still like 43.
Speaking of your birthday, the story this week is about a birthday of yours in the past when you were much younger. I won't say how much younger, but we'll let the math do the work here. So the story was called They Say It's Your Birthday, published May 6, 2004 in the Santa Maria Sun. That's back in the day when I was naming all my articles by like Beatles songs. You look lost.
No, that's just me.
You don't give a fuck.
Not caring about that. Yeah.
Well, I was a DJ in college, so I liked a lot of Beatles references and shit.
Yeah.
So anyways, that was literally 20 years ago.
That was 20 years ago. Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah. So what birthday would that have been for me? Like 20?
Yes, exactly. You were 20.
21, 22. I mean, you and I have been together a long time. You definitely saw me, my 21st birthday. We were married.
Yep.
It's the story, I guess.
No, I guess so. Is that what we're doing it?
Yeah, math is,
Well, here's what I want to say about the story. So, of all the stories that I write, and people say, oh, you like to exaggerate, this story is 100% it happened, just like it was written on the page. Like, it did happen, like it says, which I think is super unfortunate for you as my wife, because that means that your birthday sucked.
There's not a whole lot I can say about this one. Yeah, that happened. That was true. I came home. I had been out of town with the kids.
Yeah, I was working all on my own here.
Yeah, you had to work, and I went out of town. And the only reason I remember being out of town with the kids is because I came home to this, and I came home to you being very, very, very proud of yourself that you had baked a cake and you had made an appetizer.
And really, I made a mess.
Yes, and then left a big mess for me. But you were just, look, honey, like you don't have to worry about a thing. I've got everything handled. You have an appetizer that no one even likes. You don't have everything handled. Like the kids aren't fed.
Nobody's fed.
And I'm not even crazy about spinach. You're crazy about spinach dip. It's your favorite. I could take it or leave it. And then, you baked a cake. Anyways, I remember all of that. And I remember I'd just come home and I was on a trip with my mom. I think that my mom and the kids and I think we went down south to see Skylar. And the reason I remember that is because the reason you don't remember me looking at you and just like being extremely ungrateful and being kind of like a birthday brat, the reason you don't have memories of me going like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like you're asking me to clean up the goddamn kitchen on my birthday? Like what? Is because my mom, she read me and she was like, oh honey, this is really sweet.
Look what he did for
Look
you.
At the effort that he
You're such a lucky girl.
And she kind of like corrected me and was, like he's, you just came back from the beach. You had this great trip that, you went with your brother's house and, he had to stay here and work, so this is so nice. And I was like, yeah, Mom.
Hey,
wow.
You know what? Thank you, Mom, for having my back on that day. Maybe I didn't do the greatest job, but I did have to work and you were at the beach. So what the fuck?
The part about the spinach dip, though, since you fucking love backstories, the backstory on the spinach dip is I made spinach dip a handful of times and you wouldn't even try it. You're just, oh, gross. What are those green strings in this dip? And I don't want anything to do with it. And that's gross. And I don't like that. Then you went to some class and the class was about...
To be an instructor.
To be an instructor.
So you had to teach.
You had to teach something. So someone in the class taught you guys how to make spinach dip. So you came home from that class.
Best student ever.
And you were like, have you tried this greatest thing ever, spinach dip? I learned how to make it. It's so good. And I'm looking at you like, have you lost your mind? I have made spinach dip a handful of times. I've tried to give it to you. You won't eat it. And then you're telling me, no, I've had yours. Yours isn't the same. I don't like yours. I like this one. I'm going to make this one. So I'm looking at you and I'm like, fine. Go to the grocery store and get the Knorr dip. And you're like, how do you know? That's what she uses. I'm like, that's what we all use. And the freaking recipe is on the back of the box. And you have it like written down. You're like, no, it's not. I wrote her
I had
recipe.
a 3x5 card. Written out. I'm bringing home the greatest recipe for spinach dip ever.
I sent you to the grocery store so that you could buy the Knorr dip and we could compare it. And it was the exact same recipe. The recipe was on the back of the box. You didn't need your little 3x5 card. But then I told you, I don't like water chestnuts. So I don't use water chestnuts in mine. Then you decided that was the reason why you never liked it before.
Yeah, there was a different ingredient that you didn't include. It's the water chestnut that makes it so good.
Oh, I only like it with the water chestnuts. You've been making it wrong, and that's why I like it now, because of the water chestnuts. I was like, fine, knock yourself out. I don't like water chestnuts.
But stay out of my kitchen. Don't make it in here.
What version do you think you made me for my big, huge
Water chestnuts for sure.
birthday gift?
Guaranteed.
Yeah. I don't even know why we're talking about this. I'm feeling very triggered.
Well, we're talking about your birthday, whether it was your 48th birthday that you just had or your 43rd birthday and 1,825 days. That's some quick math there.
It's definitely like 43 and some change.
But either way, you can rock that bathing
The
suit.
change being weeks, not years.
Nobody cares. Rock that bathing suit, baby, and that cover up.
You got it. Anyway, when you're looking at the Miami Beach outfit, the black bathing suit and the white cover up,
On you.
I'm pretty damn sure these are not my peers in age. I'm pretty sure we're looking at people in their 20s and 30s. Best bet, they're probably in their 30s. I appreciate that we both go like, oh shit, I better get that outfit.
I'm not gonna get that.
I'm 43 years old in a few extra days. I mean, I'm just barely 43. So I could still fit in with the 30-somethings. I got to get that outfit.
Lucky for you, you get to wear a cover up. The outfit for me, it's not available to me. The outfit for me is called shorts and a six-pack ab. And that outfit is not available for purchase. You had to work on that way before you got to Miami, and I failed to do that.
Actually, what was so awesome about arriving this Sunday, arriving like we did, it was the very end of Pride weekend. And I mean, I thought I had seen Pride celebrations before, but we only saw like the last 90 minutes of it. We came right in at the end. Like I was like, fuck, too bad it's Sunday night. They're closing up because Miami Pride. Never seen so many beautiful people in my fucking
Yeah, this is a
life.
good looking pride group.
Yeah.
This is not the Palm Springs pride group. This is the Miami pride group.
Oh,
very different.
God, amazing. So we're walking around and that's what you kept saying. Now your insecurities were starting to get at you.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't even give you the courtesy of looking at the architecture.
No, you didn't give a shit.
I was just like, look over there, look over there, look over there. I'm like,
God, look at this guy.
I'm like, you're not threatened, right, honey? Because all these guys are gay. Like, they're not interested in me at all. So let's just both look at them like, wow, holy shit. Is that a 10-pack? Can you even have 10 abs? I didn't
Jesus
even.
Christ, did he add 2?
Exactly. Like, it was the most beautiful people. But you kept saying, oh my God, how much dick do I have to suck to get a body like this? Like, I am going about the wrong diet. And
No, the fact of the matter is, when you look at these guys and they look so amazing, you actually say to yourself, I would suck a dick to look like that. I mean, I would do it.
No, you said
These
that.
guys look good. I mean, it beats dieting and doing exercise.
You made it real uncomfortable when you actually started offering that.
So then you're like, well, I've been sucking dick and I don't look like that. And I was like, maybe you haven't sucked it enough.
Yeah. No, I walked right into that one.
You did.
I walked right in.
You
That
did.
was
Maybe you should
something-
suck it more.
That's something I said. And even as the words were coming out of my mouth, I was trying to bring them back in because I knew your answer was going to be.
Because I'm playing 3D chess.
Yeah, I knew you weren't going to be like, yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. You do suck a lot of dick and you don't have a great body. I knew your answer was going to be, keep sucking, baby.
Yeah, you got to suck it a little harder.
You haven't gotten enough protein to build up that
You
muscle.
fell right for this.
yet.
You're like, oh my God, I can't believe my husband's saying such a gay thing. Like he wants to suck a dick. I'm like, no. 3D chess. I know what you're going to say next.
You don't fucking know me.
Back
better
to the
than
room.
I know me.
Let's go back to the room.
Yeah.
Let's try on that cover up. Let's see if we can get some abs.
Regardless of what happened when we came back to the room, we both just woke up with the same fucking bodies that we had yesterday, only maybe a little bit fatter.
Well, I made the mistake of setting my alarm for 6 a.m. because they were going to do sunrise yoga at the beach 2 miles from here as part of our stay. And so I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that. And then when the alarm went off, I was like, oh, fuck no. I'm not doing
When
that.
you set your alarm last night, I had a moment where,
This dumb motherfucker.
yeah. And
How is he beating me at 3D chess when he doesn't even know there's no fucking way in the world he's going to
Yeah.
yoga tomorrow at 6 in the morning?
And I was like, hey, you dumb fuck, your alarm's going to wake both of us up. And we're not in our 30s anymore. I mean, I'm barely out of my 30s, but
Right.
we're not in our 30s anymore. We don't just fall right back to sleep. Like that alarm goes off, and both of us, I mean, we're a couple of old retirees now. Like, oh, I guess I'm awake for the day. Let's start my fucking day. Where's the crossword puzzle? Where have you seen my glasses? So I knew
Where's my cover up?
you're gonna fuck both of our nights up by setting that alarm at 6 a.m. But you had just bought me a really expensive Halloween costume. And so I felt a little bit indebted to you. So I didn't want to tell you, like, that's a dumb fucking idea. You're going to ruin both of our night's sleep.
Yeah.
So I just let you do it. But when that alarm went off this morning, I was like, oh, shit.
This stupid son of a bitch.
Now we're awake. Great.
But I did the usual thing where I'm like goal oriented. So I was like, okay, you can do it. You can do it. It's a 2-mile walk. Jam down there, put your sunscreen on, bring your hat, and do yoga. And then I was like, you're still fucking drunk. You feel like shit. The last thing you want to do is go to this beach and do yoga at 7 in the morning. Fucking forget it. So I acquiesced.
You're not the only one playing 3D chess. Because I said to you, because I did not want you to go. I knew, like, this is a bad fucking idea. It was a 2-mile walk before you even got to where they do the yoga. So you were going to walk 2 miles, do yoga, and then walk 2 fucking miles back, all at fucking 6 a.m.
While still hungover.
Well, still drunk. You were
No
actually,
breakfast, no water, no fucking nothing.
You were actually going to get hungover in the middle of yoga because you were still drunk.
Just face
when
down,
you-
ass up, feeling the
you
blood
woke
go to your
up.
head going like, I shouldn't be here right now.
But I know who I'm married to, and I know that you set your alarm and you set a goal. I'm going to yoga. So I rolled over and I said, honey, they have yoga at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's go then. You could go then. And you're not going to fucking go.
3 o'clock, I'll be shit-faced at the beach.
But I wanted you to know you're not failing at your goal. You can still reach your goal at a more appropriate time.
Nice. Yoga will always be there.
So
But
I'm
Miami won't always be there.
So you're not the only manipulator in this relationship.
So you talked a little bit about some hacks. We hacked StubHub yesterday.
Oh yeah, we did.
Tell us about that, baby. How did that go down?
I am an avid StubHub user. I want to start with that. I want to start with the positive. I could call StubHub and say, do you know how much fucking money I've spent or how much business I've given you? And I've never said that because that's so cringy. I'm just saying I could say it.
In the last 3 days, we've seen a hockey game in Florida, a baseball game in Florida, and a basketball game in Florida.
Yes. And I bought all of those tickets through StubHub. So I am big StubHub user. I feel like they should treat me better. I feel like when I log on to StubHub.
Is that your login? Big StubHub user?
Yes.
27?
Yes. And my password is treat me better. Because I feel like they should go, oh, Sarah, you're back.
Oh, Sarah, are you in town?
You're back on the app.
You want to get some nice tickets?
Yeah. Here's a coupon for some good tickets.
You want to be behind home plate?
I should have my own StubHub concierge. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Hey, Sarah, we noticed you're in Miami now. How can we help you?
Would you like to see the heat?
Here's some games that are going on, and here's some tickets that we can hook you up with. I feel like I'm at that level of StubHub usage. However, StubHub does not agree. So yesterday, for the very first time, StubHub failed me. Big fucking
They fucked you.
And I'm going to hold a grudge.
Yeah, you
I
are.
really am. I'm going to talk some
You'll be
fucking
yelping them.
shit on StubHub right now. Now, they have hooked me up with great tickets 100 times. Fuck you, though. You burned me once. Fuck you. This episode is called Fuck You, StubHub.
Fuck the hub.
We roll into Miami 2 days ago, right? We wake up yesterday, and yesterday was a big day because Miami, you can't camp within 30 fucking miles of Miami.
Because they don't want old fat people here.
No, they don't.
There's a reason there's no RV parks near South Beach.
All of Florida is retired people. Somehow, Miami has this bubble around it. No retired RVers for Miami.
No one over 50.
Anyways, I hacked it. I found an RV park 30 miles out of town, and we ditched the RV. So we're actually paying to stay in 2 places right now. Our RV is parked 30 miles out of town.
These are the kind of genius situations we're in. We're like, hey, let's pay to have our RV over here.
Yeah.
Let's pay to stay in this hotel. Let's pay to get drunk. Let's pay for this swimming suit. We already own swimming suits. Let's pay to go to a game.
Yeah. So we ditched the RV and we Ubered into town. Anyway, long story short, yesterday morning, we wake up in the RV and it's like, okay, we're going to Uber into South Beach. We're going to get a hotel. And we said, we're going to take our time. We're going to be casual about it. We're going to enjoy our morning in the RV. I had lunch plans like, okay, I can cook us lunch. We don't have to spend money on lunch in Miami or in South Beach. We'll just take our fucking time. Part of taking my time is fucking around on my phone. We got the Marlins game coming up. Well, I've been checking StubHub daily, trying to get the best tickets for the Marlins.
The all-inclusive behind home plate, all-you-can-eat, all-you-can-drink tickets.
Yes.
Those are good.
So, it's Sunday. We want to go to the game on Tuesday. Let me just see.
What are
tickets
prices
are
at? It's like the stock market. The shit goes up and down.
I'm on StubHub, and fuck, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they are treating me the way I wanted to be treated. Because StubHub did say, hey, Sarah, we notice you're in Miami. You might be interested in...
Yeah. If you're looking for Marlins tickets on Tuesday, you might want to see the Heat today.
Yeah, so StubHub said, there's a game, the Heat versus the Raptors at 1 o'clock today. And it was 10:45.
Yes, 10:45, and we're nowhere fucking near Miami.
And we are
an RV park.
a 45-minute Uber from South Beach.
And we're also in our underwear and not packed.
Yeah, and because we were going to be super
Take
chill.
our time about it.
We also had laundry in the laundry room of the RV park.
Yeah, it's not dry yet.
I've got laundry in the dryer. We are both in our underwear. We're still drinking coffee. And StubHub says the Heat is playing today at 1 o'clock. So I had this moment, like, oh, fuck. Could we do it? Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't tell Rob. Whatever you do, don't tell Rob. Because as soon as you say it and you're out, and then I was like, hey, honey.
Goal-oriented.
Yeah. But even as I'm trying to talk myself out of it, the words are coming out of my mouth. Hey, honey, the Heat's playing at 1 o'clock. Do you think we can make it? And bless your heart. You looked at the clock and you said, that's fucking 3 hours and 15 minutes from now. No, it's not. It was 2 hours and 15 minutes. But
we can make it.
You don't know how time works. What are you talking about? That's 3 fucking hours from now. We can make it.
Easy.
Of course we're going to that.
Buy the tickets. Add to cart. Let's go.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, damn it. What have I done? And then it didn't matter because I had already released it out, the information, and you knew it. All of a sudden now, you know how to do laundry. You're like, hey, babe, you hop in the shower. I'll go get the laundry. You know how to do that?
Well, I've been playing 3D chess my whole life to convince you I don't know how to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I knew how to do it when I want to see the fucking Heat play.
Exactly. You're like, no, I totally know how to open the dryer door and dump all of the dry clothes out and bring them back here. Like, yeah. I got
and
you.
I didn't drop most of them on the floor first. I didn't do that.
I also don't think you left any socks behind.
I might have left one.
Yeah. I know.
Per pair.
I did think when we come back, because we just dumped all of the laundry on the bed. We just left the fucking RV in a mess, in a hurry.
And for the record, that laundry was not dry. It was damp.
When we come back to that fucking laundry mess, we're going to be missing 27 socks. And I know you left them in the laundry room because you're a rookie. But anyways, so we rushed to get to this 1 o'clock fucking game. And I say to StubHub, thank you for informing me about this 1 o'clock game. Add to cart. I will buy tickets.
And you picked some great tickets. Right at the rail, 300 level. Great view of the fucking game.
I mean, 300 level is not great, but...
Well, I'm saying they're not like, you're not courtside, but you're not paying $1,500 a ticket either.
Right.
These are reasonably priced, really good seats.
So for a last minute deal for a game we didn't even know existed.
Right.
Yeah.
For a team we don't know shit about. I'm like, I know Dwayne Wade used to play here, and LeBron won a championship here. Who's playing now? No fucking idea.
Yeah, I was like, go LeBron. They're like, that was so 11
that
years
was
ago.
a long time ago.
Can you shut the fuck up?
We're still mad. We haven't won since he left.
That's true.
Fucking LeBron.
I buy the tickets and we're moving. We are fucking hauling ass to just get this done. And we got this 45-minute Uber ride. We packed. We left the motorhome. We're in the Uber and I'm just refreshing StubHub and I don't have my fucking tickets. So then I start contacting StubHub and they say, and I cannot believe this, your seller has until 12:51 to get you your tickets.
9 minutes before the game starts. Well, how this works is people buy season tickets and they put them on StubHub for sale. But every time someone buys a ticket, the actual seller has to release them. So they have to get an email or a text and say, oh, yeah, release those and give me the money. Or they keep them and go to the game themselves or give them to friends, whatever. So they have to actually physically do something. That's why there's the delay.
But the fact that they have up until 9 minutes before the game starts. So the last message, and of course I'm not talking to a person on the phone. They don't answer their fucking phone. It's all via text. The last message I get from her is, your seller has up until 12:51 to release the tickets. And then, don't worry, you're protected by our fan guarantee.
That sounds reasonable. A fan guarantee.
So then I fire off a message. That doesn't get me into the game, does it?
I've already Ubered all the way 45 minutes across town for $60. I'm standing outside the stadium and I can't get in.
Yeah.
But they said, don't worry, you're going to get a fan guarantee, which is we will release the money back to you within 10
days.
Business days.
Yes.
So I lost my money. I can't get in the fucking game. And I'm standing outside this thing like an idiot.
What's the fan guarantee? That immediately, like a genie will pop out of my StubHub app and give me better tickets and I can still get into the game 9 minutes before it starts?
I can sit on court and try to trip LeBron.
If that was the only money that you had to spend on seats, guess what? 10 days from now, you'll get your money back and you can go back in fucking time and you can buy other seats for this game. So now I said, fuck you, StubHub. You're not the only resale ticket seller in town. The reason that I didn't come completely unglued is because we were still on an Uber at 12:51.
We're not going to see the first quarter.
So I told StubHub, fuck you. I'm going to SeatGeek. So I go over to SeatGeek and I get us the cheapest shitty.
I told you to do that.
Yeah, I'm like, we're already late. And you said, we're already late. Just get the cheapest tickets because we know those other seats, no one's going to be fucking sitting in them. We're going to go sit there.
I said those seats are going to be available.
Now,
No one can say shit about it.
that turns out the bathing suit cover-up was not our first game of chicken that day.
No, it wasn't.
This was our first game of chicken because I was like, no, you got to show your seat ticket. Like, we're not going to be able to sit in those. I agree with you. Those seats are going to be empty, but we don't actually have those tickets. The seller flaked and didn't release those tickets.
But I said to you, screen capture on your phone the email that showed the tickets that we purchased. Because this says that we purchased them.
But it doesn't show tickets.
But it shows the seat number and the section. So you did that. I said, screen capture that and send it to me.
So again, this was another game of chicken because I was like, okay, fine, fuck you. I'll get the cheapest seats I can get. They're going to suck. We're going to be up in the nosebleeds, but fine. So that's what I did. Oh, and by the way, through SeatGeek, my tickets were released immediately. Had them in my Ticketmaster app immediately. So SeatGeek, 10 stars.
For the win.
StubHub, fuck you. We get the cheap seats. We go to them. They fucking suck.
Yeah, here's the funny part about the cheap seats. First of all, we get there. You're like, I need a drink right now. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, all right, you've been through a lot. You fought the fucking good fight. You lost. And then we survive an Uber trip. You're like, I need drinks immediately.
But first, we skipped lunch. I had a nice lunch planned for us in the RV. The price of that lunch was free because it was in the RV. But we skipped that because we had to hurry up and get to this 1 o'clock game. Before we could go to the game, we had to check into the hotel. And we get to the hotel, and it's a fucking DoubleTree.
Yes, it is.
I'm still frantic.
It's a beautiful hotel on the water. We have a pool. It's the dopest, like, kind of chic spot. And you're not seeing any of it because you're just so fired up still with fucking
Well, and
StubHub.
I know there's 10 steps that we have to go through to get to this 1 o'clock game. Ubering to the hotel was the first step. Checking into the hotel was the second step. Then there's a handful of steps after that. We still have to Uber to the game. And I still need seats. I don't even have fucking seats at this point. So I knew there was like still a lot that needed to be done, a lot of obstacles that we had to hurdle to get to this game. So I still wasn't thinking about food. Would you like your DoubleTree cookie? And we always say no. And you were like, oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Give me those fucking cookies.
When you go to a DoubleTree hotel, they make freshly made, beautiful
walnut chocolate chip
cookies that are delicious. And they pull them out of this drawer, all super warm, and they give them to you. So they gave me these things. I got 2 of them. And then while you were fighting with StubHub, I just ate 2 fucking huge, like 4-inch DoubleTree cookies. I was so satisfied.
And you kept offering it to me. Do you want some of this? Do you want some of this?
Well, I felt bad because there's 2 cookies. One was yours, one was mine. So it didn't feel right to just eat your cookie.
No, it always feels right when you eat my cookie.
True.
No, I kept telling you, like, no, I can't. We don't even have fucking seats to this game. And it's already first quarter.
So you were playing 3D chess. You're like, I can't eat that cookie. In 5 hours, you're going to get me drunk and you're going to put me in a fucking outfit I can't fit. So the last thing I can do right now is eat a goddamn cookie, asshole.
But because I didn't eat the fucking cookie, we finally show up to the game, the 1 o'clock game, and we're a little bit late. So it's about 1:25, and I have eaten nothing.
Except your anger.
Except my anger. Yeah.
And you ate some shit.
And
because StubHub made you eat shit.
Exactly. That's all I've had.
You just ate fucking shit for lunch.
And lunch. So then I say, I want a fucking Bud Light. I want 24 ounces of Bud Light. Give it to me now. And I knew, oh, sister, you're going to get fucked up fast because you haven't even eaten anything.
24 ounces of Bud Light on an empty stomach. Ba-bam.
So I get my drink. We go to our shitty seats. And I look at you and I'm like, is this what you wanted? Is this?
Here we are.
Here we are.
No, the funny part was,
fucking seats.
So we get up there and then you're like, God, like everybody here seems sort of angry and shit. I'm like, yeah, because we're with the poor people. Like we're fucking up here with the serfs. Like people are miserable. They have vertigo. These seats are fucking tight. They're fucking falling all over each other. They're angry. They can't even figure out what seat to be in. And you're just like, I don't want to be here anymore.
We were right on the aisle. So we could see everyone, we were on the aisle together and then I was on the aisle. And I'm watching, you're watching the game. I'm watching people just climb up higher and higher and higher and lose their breath because it's like the oxygen is short up there. And I'm just watching like the sadness and the misery on their faces. My favorite was this dad and like this 7-year-old boy. And he stops right next to me because we're about halfway up to the misery and we're just halfway miserable. And he stops right by me and he looks at his dad and he's like, why do we keep going up? I don't want to go up.
I want to watch the game, Dad, and my little 7-year-old eyes can't possibly see it from the top of this fucking stadium, dude.
And I was like, oh, kid, I love you so much. You are speaking my language. And then I just looked at the dad and I just felt so bad for him because, the dad is like, I brought you to the fucking game, didn't I?
Yeah, I bought you a fucking shirt and shit. I bought you the big foam finger, dumb shit.
Exactly. Like, I
just spent $35 on a hot dog for you.
You're going to march your fucking ass up as high as I tell you to go. And you're going to sit down where I tell you to sit. And you're going to enjoy this fucking game. Because I've been there as a parent. So I know that's what the dad was thinking.
You have no idea what I went through to even park the fucking car here, kid.
I felt a lot of sympathy for the dad, but also I felt a kinship with the kid. You know what I mean? So I was like, dude, kid, unfortunately, you can't dull the pain with a 24-ounce tall boy of Bud Light like I can. Just hang in there, kid. And maybe one day, you can make your own way and have your own money and you can sit lower.
Someday, maybe you'll get pregnant on purpose and marry a high patrolman. Retire 50 and you'll be rich enough to go to these games.
But guess what? You're still going to sit in these shitty seats because of fucking StubHub. So then you said,
these seats suck. We weren't there long.
Suck. Yeah. And you said, look, I already told you, I know where 2 better seats are empty.
Really nice seats are.
I got all nervous because I'm a rule follower.
Oh, yeah. You were not down for this crime.
We had to show our tickets even to get to the shitty seats.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like when we got there.
Like, really, buddy? No one's going to fake they're supposed to be here.
Right. But he's like, do you have your ticket? Yes, I have my fucking ticket. So I knew we're going to go over to this other spot, which again, even this spot, the fact that you have to show your ticket, we were still in the 300 level in the better StubHub.
It was the pimp section, though.
We just were lower. We were like in the first row.
Yeah.
But you looked down into the entire 100 section and it's empty.
No one's there.
It was probably like 40% filled. So I'm like, look, buddy, if I'm going to lie to get into a seat, it's going to be down there. It's going to be courtside or center court.
Right.
It's not going to be up here.
I'm going to trip a referee. I'm like right next to Jay-Z and shit.
Yeah. But I know they're going to have security. They're going to ask us for our tickets.
You couldn't do it.
I'm all nervous.
We had to get you another beer.
And you said, no, let's just do it.
I got this shit.
You said, I have this screenshot of an email that says that you ordered these tickets.
No, we purchased them. We paid for those tickets.
Yeah, but they're still not the tickets. That was
Look,
the whole
I know.
issue.
Listen, don't get complicated. Don't get fucked up in the details here. I knew we can pull this off. I'm like, there's going to be nobody in that seat. Let's just go in there. And what you have to do to commit this crime, this hack only works if you walk in like you own the fucking stadium. Like you're the guy who owns the Heat, the Miami Heat. So you're behind me.
Oh, yeah, because I told you. I said, you go first.
You're kicking
I'm
rocks.
not doing this.
You're looking at your beer can. You're like not making eye contact.
Yeah.
I walk in. I blow right past the ticket dude. He's like he's the fattest person I've seen in Miami yet, right? I'm like, a big kid. I just walked past him. I walked in like I own number seat 13 and 14, row 301, right? So I come on in. I just walk right by him and sit down. And he lets me do it. But then you come in all, oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Is this my seat? Like you've never been there before. Like my girlfriend that brought the game for the first time,
right.
even though I own these seats all year. You sit down, then he goes like, can I see your ticket? And I go, absolutely. And I stand up and I walk and I make a big production. I'm like, I got him right here. I reach in my pocket. I'm like, hold on, let me get him here. See, there it is. I got these tickets right here. And he goes, 13, 14. That's you. I go, yep. And I just sit back down. And you were just falling to pieces. Because you're like, this is it. They're going to call the fucking police department. We're going to jail.
We're going to get
in the
kicked out.
wrong section.
We're
so fucked.
We're not even going to be allowed the courtesy to go back to our shitty seats. Like,
because we've lied to the establishment.
Lied. Exactly. I was.
You were a fucking
I was like,
wreck.
We're fucked. Oh, the jig is up, dude.
But you couldn't even enjoy it. I'm like, oh, we're in. And then you're like, no, it's halftime. Like the people might come. Like, they might show up.
But then
they might come with their food.
Because I said, I can't believe that worked. That's not a ticket. That's a fucking screenshot of an email that just says seats 13 and 14. And I cannot believe that worked. Like he works here. He knows what fucking tickets look like. That didn't look like a ticket. I could have just sent you a text that says, Rob, go sit over there in seats 13 and 14. And you could have showed him that. And that's when you looked at me and you said, I know, but I showed him with confidence. And I was like,
you didn't like that.
No, I was like, God damn it. He's got like
fucking patriarchy.
He has the stature and the tone of the patriarchy. And he was just one member of the patriarchy talking to another member of the patriarchy.
I use my male privilege. I'm like, these are my seats, dude.
Right.
Season ticket holder.
And what I didn't know until just 5 seconds ago when you talked about how he was fat, because I didn't notice that he was a big boy. So obviously you clocked him early on. You guys are 2 males at this point, right? but you alphaed him.
Yeah, I'm like,
You were
buddy.
like, oh, you're fat. I'm not.
You think you're going to tell me to not move out of my seat?
Yeah. So you had already established yourself as the alpha. You had already like pheromoned him or something. Like, I don't know, whatever you guys do. Like, I didn't actually see you lift your leg and piss on him, but I mean, you must have done it. Like,
I didn't pull off my hat and show my full head of hair.
Right. Subconsciously, you alphaed him. So when he came over and he was like, let me see your tickets, you just showed him your phone screen and you were like,
these are not the droids you're looking for.
Exactly.
And he's like, thank you, sir. I'm like, no problem, dumb fuck.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
You watched it happen in real time.
That's exactly.
I totally did it.
And you were like, why are you falling apart? And I was like, I don't know, because in a million fucking years, that would never work for me. Because if you left, actually, don't go take a leak, because he's going to come ask me for my ticket that you already showed him. And by ticket, I mean a fucking text message that says seats 13 and 14. And I'm going to actually show him like the email of StubHub. And he's going to say, wait, you didn't purchase these. StubHub never released these tickets to you.
That's not what a ticket looks like, ma'am.
Yeah, you're up there in the fucking SeatGeek shitty seats.
Well, the funny part is you left at one point because you weren't paying attention. You forgot that we were in these illegal seats. And you're like, I need another beer. So you left to go get another tall can, which you turned out you paid the same amount for a 24 ounce. And then later you came back with a 16 ounce. You got fucked on 8 ounces.
Yeah.
So you leave. And I start laughing at myself. I'm like, oh, dumb bitch. She doesn't realize she can't get back in here. And she's not going to have the confidence to say, like, my husband has my ticket. I don't have my phone.
I got back in, though.
You're going to fall to pieces. And when I was sitting there and you didn't come back for a while, I'm like, either A, the line is long, or B, you're sitting in the shitty seats again because you can't get back in here. And I was like, should I go out and get her? No, fuck her. I'm going to watch the rest of this game here.
No.
And you can sit up there in the nosebleeds.
What's funny about that is that I was doing my own, these are not the droids you're looking for. The reason that it took me a long time.
You learned from me.
Is because I didn't know this about basketball, but fourth quarter, they stopped serving booze.
It's like seventh inning in baseball.
Baseball, yeah. So I didn't know that. So I run out at the very beginning of the fourth quarter, and I'm going to get another beer. And I go to the very first place that I see. They said, we're closed. And there was an important person there. She had like a different polo than everyone else had. And she had an
official red polo
of authority about her. So obviously she's like a manager, and she's got like the cash bag, and she's counting cash out of the cash register. And she's like, we're closed. No one's doing business. I was like, okay, so you're just closed right here, but I can still go get another beer somewhere else, or everything's closed. And she's like, everything's closed. We're no longer serving beer.
The NBA does not serve beer after the third quarter.
After the third quarter, exactly. We're
shit.
clearly in the fourth quarter now. You're an alcoholic. You cannot have any more beer. I'm like, dude, it's a 1 o'clock fucking game. It's 3:15. I can have another fucking beer. So I said, okay, that's fine. And I kept walking. And I walked to the next concession. And guess who wasn't there? Fucking polo shirt, authority, manager.
Or somebody with a watch.
Yeah, exactly. So I get to the next concession, and this is where I pulled my own fucking hypnotic
These are
alpha
not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah.
I will have a beer.
It turns out when I want a beer, I can be the patriarchy. So with all the authority of the patriarchy, I said, I'll have a Bud Light, please. Now, they did fuck me and give me a 16 ounce for the 24 ounce price, but I knew, okay, that's the price you pay. If you,
yeah, like I'm not going to bitch about 8 ounces.
If you want a beer in the fourth quarter.
I hope I can get back to my seat.
Yeah, that's 16 more ounces than I thought I was going to get in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I paid for it. I had my receipt. The money had already gone through, but they hadn't quite given me the beer yet. And this kid is like handing the beer over to me. And who comes around the corner? Fucking polo shirt.
Uh-oh.
And she's like, it's the fourth quarter. And she like uses like that cutting, like where you like cut your neck. Like, like no more sales
off
in
with
the
her
fourth
head.
quarter. Exactly. Like this bitch, she fucking knows it. And I reached over the counter and I just grabbed that 16 ounces from that kid. And I was like, and I looked at her and I was like, heh heh. And then
you're like, I'm a season ticket holder. I've never been in this fucking state in my life.
And then I just ran. I'm like, I'm going back to my season ticket seats of 13 and 14.
That was so funny, dude. And so the difference is this. You used your matriarchy to make it happen because you were pulling the Karen. He's like, listen, I'm not going to tell this Karen she can't have this fucking 16 ounce Bud Light.
Oh my gosh.
It's just easier to sell it and get the fuck out of here.
I thought that we were going to get through a whole fucking episode where you didn't call me a Karen and you didn't refer to other women as Karen.
Well, isn't it fucked up that when I do something, it's the patriarch, I'm the man, and when you do something, the same thing, you're a fucking Karen.
I was just going to say that.
Sucks.
When you do it, it's a show of strength. Hey, I scored us these seats that we're not supposed to be in. Aren't I the man? And then I do it, and you're just like, Oh.
Fucking Karen.
You shouldn't have been such a fucking bitch.
Yeah,
Why
that
are
poor
you,
guy was trying to do his job.
Why are you drinking in the fourth quarter, you alcoholic?
What's wrong with you?
I'm like, I don't know.
This guy is just he's trying to get fired for serving, 13 seconds into the fourth quarter. He's going to lose his job.
I had to drink because I was coming to South Beach where everyone is a 10 and I'm a 4.5 on a good day. You know what I mean? I had to drink 5.5 extra. I don't know. What do you call those? Like human good looking points or something like that so that I could just feel like I belong here.
Yeah. Well, let's put you in that outfit and take you to the beach.
Ooh, in my South Beach
Yes,
Halloween
let's
costume?
put that costume on and take you to the beach.
Let's do it.
All right, girl. Let's raise a glass here.
Can we stop off and get some lunch first, though?
No, you can't eat. You're not going to fit that bathing suit if you eat.
Maybe a couple of cookies from downstairs. We'll say that they were out of cookies when
I'll
they
eat your
checked in.
cookie.
So that's one more hack before we say cheers. What you do is you pretend like they were out of cookies when you checked
Oh,
in.
I did that last night.
I know you did.
I came in last night with the patriarchy and I was like, hey, I need 2 more pillows. And hey, when I checked in and it was a different person here, you guys didn't have any cookies. So I need my 2 cookies. And she goes, okay. And she gave me 2 more free cookies.
And there you have it, folks.
We're here to make your lives better on Stories and Cocktails.
A hack from Rob and Sarah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And that was Last Call. You did it. You survived an episode of Stories and Cocktails. But did Rob or Sarah's liver survive the show? I don't know. Tune into the next episode to find out, to enjoy some more stories and some more cocktails. By the way, if you want to support the debauchery of the show, then buy the host their next round by Venmoing a couple of gold doubloons at Stories and Cocktails. Back in the day, a gold doubloon was only 4 Spanish dollars. Who knew? Well, folks, I'll be right here behind the bar, cleaning the glassware and awaiting your return to the Stories and Cocktails podcast. Cheerio, friends.
If you enjoy hearing Rob Kreider's different humor columns here on the Stories and Cocktails podcast, then I promise you will love his novel, Cadet Blues. Cadet Blues is Rob's hilarious tell-all about desperately trying to survive the shock and awe boot camp-style training at the California Highway Patrol Academy. People from all different walks of life have come to love this book because Cadet Blues is simply a crazy good read. Heartfelt, inspiring, and damn funny. It's available in paperback through Amazon, eBay, or cadetblues.com, where you can get free shipping and a personalized autographed book. Or you can download a digital copy of Cadet Blues from Amazon Kindle, Barnes & Noble Nook, or Apple iBooks. Do yourself a favor and check out the novel, Cadet Blues.